morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Love VIP stream. It has been a couple of days. It's been a couple of days since our last Final Fantasy stream, and we are here. We are back to continue the MSQS. Slojo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Slojo, for subscribing for 19 months. That's a lot of months back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do appreciate the support. Actually, this is the second stream of the day, as earlier this afternoon we were actually laddering some StarCraft. We were laddering some StarCraft. I think I went like 2-15. I think the wall of red was real. That was real. But it's all good. It's all good. We were derusting. So what can you do, Pappy? It's a process of derusting. Is the wall of red? But it's all good. We're here to come back to decompress, to play some to play some Final Fantasy. True. To play some Final Fantasy. As always, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to be joined by a fellow cranky duckling. I'm going to be joined by the one, the only, the hero of the wasteland, the savior of esports. It is Copa. Hello. Beautiful.
Hello.
It's quite late here in Australia, but it is time to continue to maybe even finish post patch. Like, I say post patch, like side patch stuff, maybe.
Side patch.
Yeah, side patch. I mean, we finished all like the animal stuff, the furry stuff.
True, we did.
Yeah. And now we got the tactics.
Some would even say special tactics.
Yes, the special tactics. For those who weren't here last time, we did continue the MSQ for one. The MSQ, there was some progress. There was some progress on the MSQ, but we also did the lighthouse, and that is progressing. There's basically a crossover event between Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy 14.
Permanent event. Basically.
Yeah, there's like a permanent crossover event. And we've been slowly working through it. It's been a long time coming, just because it's reliant on queue times, and queue times are awful when we're playing. So it's taken a long time for us to queue up and to actually progress the storyline. But we finally got a queue into Lighthouse, and now we can progress.
It was insta queue too, which was crazy.
Yeah, insta queue. Somehow Sokka. Okay, Lena Muralath.
Another adventure under our belts, America. I'd best put pen to page before the details fade. Azalea, and now Gog. Gog? Oh, Gog. One would think our discovery is more than sufficient to prove the Exentale's claims, at least with regard to Ivalice's existence. But something tells me that until Jeromis has proved that his ancestors were not the heretics the church painted them to be, he will not rest. And then there is the curious case of Ramza. At Alma's throat one moment, all sisters dearest the next. He was like a different person when he came to, yet I seem to be alone in wondering exactly what happened to him back at the lighthouse. If you ask this lady, he must have taken quite some bump to the head when he fell. Then again, it didn't take him long to turn back into his spiteful little self, so all's well that ends well.
An orchestral roll. Lena Mira. The worried look on Lena's face suggests she bears grave tidings. Or not. Okay. The path of most resistance.
Greetings and salutations, Mirika. I suppose you are wondering whether or not the good Jeromis has finally determined where in the world our next adventure is to take us. The good news is, he has. The bad news, however... Now, it is not in my nature to be a sensationalist. Sensationalism is in my job description, so please bear with me when I tell you not all is right aboard the airship Lexander. Something about Alma has me deeply worried. I will not trust this information in the hands of my publisher, let alone some Sullen Gate guard. Shall we continue our conversation the Prima Vista, away from the inquisitive ears? Poor guard, he's just doing his job. He's just standing here. Poor guard.
He's like, we walk past, he's like, you know, I can hear from down here as well, right? Like, shuttle pilot. Was the shuttle pilot always this fancy? I literally have never noticed before.
I cannot remember, honestly.
Oh.
Okay.
The question is then...
Let's go to the ship.
Tell when you're ready.
Okay. Okay.
The question is then, where exactly did Ramza and his fellowship journey next?
What a grand entrance.
Ah, right. To what do we owe this unexpected visit? I had not planned on summoning you for another several turns of the sun. I apologize if we have caused you any worry. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in their midst and not expect her to report on what she sees. Though I did expect a tad more discretion from Miss Maria. Alma, as of late, been experiencing difficulties with her health. Carigians have been called upon to discern what exactly it is that ails her. Who's Alma?
That's his sister.
Why is his sister sick?
We don't know.
Okay. I was very confused. I thought we were coming in to discuss Ramza and the fact that he's weird.
No.
No.
She said that there was
Okay.
something concerning Alma's health.
Okay.
She's not been well.
Called upon to discern what exactly it is that ails her. But as far as they can tell, there is nothing physically wrong with my sister. The consensus is the rigors of an extended stay in a foreign land have taken their toll on her fragile heart. I was about to make a joke that she has a broken heart. God
What?
damn it. Yeah, she's dying of a broken heart.
Why? Erika, when did you...
Alma.
Hi, I'm fine, brother.
It's obvious you are not. You must return to your chambers and rest.
Forgive me. Perhaps we shall speak again once I regain my strength. Until then, please, look after my father.
Now then, are we just gonna ignore that? Are we just...
Cold!
Your daughter is dying. You know, like, oh, thank God she's gone. Alright, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
So, back, where were we again? Ah, yes. Don't worry, that pesky little girl, she'll be fine. She's just, you know, she'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, I already found it a little weird that the guy named his son after the guy that he's researching.
Uh,
Because he's called Ramza as well. It's like, oh, okay, sure.
yeah.
Seems a bit obsessive, isn't it?
Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, the matter of our next expedition. Okay, do you think... No. Nah.
What?
I was gonna say if it was intentional, but it's not. I don't think it is. Maybe. No, like as in, when Ramza touched the stone, obviously the spirits of like ancestor Ramza, like went into his body, right, and was taking over him for a time. I was gonna say, do you think that was by design by his father? But I don't think it was, because it was by happenstance that that Ramza picked up the stone, right? Like it was not.
Yeah, I feel like that would be too like 7D chess. I don't think he's capable of that.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I think that just happened by accident, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
As we discovered during our most recent foray into the Estersense, the Damascan capital of Rabanastre appears to lie upon the ruins of what can only be the royal city of Thessalia, ancient capital of the lost kingdom of Ivalis. Shortly after, we stumbled across remnants of the legendary clockwork city of Gaug, cleverly repurposed into a lighthouse overlooking the Ridoana cataract, remnants which now sit suspended above the fathomless chasm. To recap, Thessalia, Gaug, what have they in common, you ask? I shall tell you. They both appear in my ancestors' account of the rise of Ivalis, the dry papers. And with each new discovery, this forbidden chronicle is now proving Ivalician legend to be more fact than fairy tale. There is no denying the proof, and it is but a matter of time before scholars and historians from across the realm come to the same conclusions. But, as you are aware, my aim has never been to simply prove the existence of Ivalis. No, I shall not rest till I have revealed the truth of young Ramza's role in King Delita's ascension, and cleared my ancestor Oren Durai of the false accusations made against him by the church. Okay.
What church was it again?
I don't know. I think, but it's Garlean related, right? What is it? Because he's from,
the Garleans.
They're all from the Garlean Empire. So this is like Garlean territory? Question mark. I guess.
I can't remember because it's been so long.
I'm gonna say yeah. Should we?
Do you remember? Do you remember you have a daughter?
Should we look after your daughter? Maybe.
Maybe.
Like, nah.
Maybe.
Why? Why? You know what? Good sir, I don't know what to say to that. You know what? You got me, I guess. Yeah. Fuck him.
Okay.
Yeah. Kugana's Carusians would have us believe she is in no immediate danger, as her illness is not one of the body, but of the mind. To borrow their words, her spirit is in a state of unbalance, and merely requires time to right itself.
Okay. That sounds believable. As in, like, yeah, sure, that will just fix itself.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Alma will be fine as long as she remains in bed. Last thing she needs is any further excitement, especially at the paws of these meddlesome molebats.
Oh, he's talking about Mughals. I was like...
yeah, I was very confused. Though I must admit, both Montblanc and his brother have proven more useful than I would ever have dared to imagine. When it comes to usefulness, I am the first in the field. Or was it the furriest in the field? Would you like to feel my fur, Gopa?
He does not have the brain cell today.
It is quite furry. You wonder why Ramza despises you so, brother. They do all the work, and all you do is jest, Gopa. This is no jest. Feel my fur.
I feel my fur all the time. Don't you understand?
But you're mistaken, Herdy. I bear neither you nor your brother any ill will. any further ill will, that is. If anything, I owe you my thanks for your recent contributions. Are we gonna speak up?
His thanks? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? What happened to the venom-spitting adder we all used to know and hate? Ma certainly seems pleased with the change, but forgive me for not buying this all-too-convenient transformation.
Lock him up. Simply showing the world that Ivalice actually existed will not validate the claims chronicled in the Douai papers. That is correct, Father. The key lies with Ramza Baluf. If we can find evidence of his hidden role in history, it will prove Oran's testimony true and safeguard our family name from ridicule. Which is why I returned the focus of my research to Delta's forgotten companion and his actions during the War of the Lions. It was only then I discovered something most intriguing, an underlying struggle with an unknown force, a force with the power to bring about calamitous ruin. A horror sight. The twisted abominations we encountered in both Vassalia and Gaug, the Lusavi, they are born of these unholy crystals. While nobles of the north and south squabbled over Ivalice's crown, Ramza silently sought to rid the world of a darker evil, evil manifest from the deepest desires of men and women, whose minds had fallen prey to the Orosite. And, with each confrontation did Ramza's fellowship grow smaller, countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten, yet was far more important than any clash of armies, and so did they endure, until reaching the final destination, the Orborn Monastery. That's the next Alliance raid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that name. Oh, I know this one. The Orborn Monastery is where Princess Ovelia was raised. There is a scene about it in the Zodiac Brave story. After Delita emerged victorious in his final campaign, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne of Ivalice.
Ah, I see someone has been paying attention.
But I don't understand. Why would Ramza's crusade against the Lucavi take him back there?
According to the Douai papers, the sinister being who engendered the Orosite was said to have slumbered beneath the monastery.
But who? Or what would have the means to create something so powerful?
Who is this?
She's like a researcher, so I don't remember, but she just appeared one day. And it's been so long that I have no idea. That's why I don't like breaking, apart the quest lines, because I don't remember what happened.
Huh. Ultima. That was not my intention.
Ah. Well.
Such devastation. The High Seraph.
A seraph? What's a seraph?
Seraphs are believed by some to be servants of the gods, divine beings whose only purpose is to carry out the will of their immortal masters. As to whether or not Ultima can claim this title, however, I cannot say. Just as there were those who chose to worship Ultima and her otherworldly might, there were equally as many who feared the visitor and her deadly magics, oft referring to her as the Angel of Blood for the carnage left in her wake.
Well, ain't it kinda awkward that it's also called Ultima? Interesting. What if the spell Melika claims to experience in the Praetorium, coincidentally also called Ultima, was, in fact, an elegant interpretation of the very magics introduced to Hydaelyn by the High Seraph?
They're trying to tie it together.
They are trying, but it is kinda awkward. But that would mean... What would that mean? I have spoken with several colleagues back in Charleyan regarding their opinions on the ancient incantation, and while they yet have little to show for the research, they all agree on one thing: the manner in which Ultima etherically manifests should not be possible, at least not on Hydaelyn. So it would naturally make sense if we discovered that the Allagans learned the spell from a being not of this dimension plane. As to exactly how they convinced the being to impart the knowledge onto them. Not of this plane? What manner of creature are we talking about here? She just randomly appears.
Likely one similar to Omega. It's okay. We're tying everything together. Okay.
We are, but the thing is,
this would have been an awkward quest to do if we hadn't finished the Omega storyline first, because in the beginning we had no indication that Omega was from a different universe, but at the end of it we found out that, remember, Omega traveled for eons, like in space. Yeah. Like before landing in Hydaelyn.
The only way I can see it is if the quest is required to do this one.
I don't think it is. No, I think it's separate.
Yeah, I don't think it is. That's the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, like obviously it's fortunate that we did the Omega stuff first, but if you didn't do the Omega stuff before this, then I feel like you wouldn't really know what that just meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been listening from the shadows, my friend? You're also bloody loud. Long enough. I'm here to deliver the item Mikoto requested. Why is the Mikoto not a Mikote?
Because she's not a Mikote. There you go. Sid, there was no need for you to deliver it personally. A Mugu would have sufficed.
A Mugu? And trust that he won't tear open the package and show it to some random adventurer. No, this was far too important. Yo, we're just burning the post Muggles? The hell?
Yeah, the Muggles are just taking strays today. If you two don't mind, the principal was about to tell us how to find the Orban Monastery.
Would that I could.
You don't know? Then what have we been doing here?
At ease, Lady Marilla. The dry papers speak of a cataract situated on the river Zershel, several leagues southeast of Rabanastre. There supposedly lies the monastery. Zershel is not a name you will find in any modern Dalmascan map. Rivers, however, especially ones as large as the Zershel, is established to be rare in a nation more than half claimed by the sand. The river we seek can only be that which bisects Golmore on the Nagian border. And for the invaluable information we owe thanks to our brothers Mughal, their travel has made them veritable authorities on Damascan geography.
Wait, but earlier you claimed you didn't know the monastery's whereabouts. I'm confused.
Its location is not what concerns me, but perhaps the Mughals themselves should explain. Why, certainly. That verdant valley of vines and vipers to where we must voyage next is home to the Viera, and therein lies our little problem. The one thing the Viera do not suffer is trespassers, not even lovable Mughals, Kupa. Are we gonna encounter Viera for the first time?
Yeah, apparently.
Because Viera, they have not been introduced as playable characters at this point.
Yeah, they haven't.
Ah.
Where in the next expansion, though? I think they're Shadowbringers, no?
I think they're Endwalker.
Like the female Vieras.
Oh, the female one's the Shadowbringers, yeah. Male is obviously more recent.
Yeah, because females were earlier.
Our glamours kept us hidden long enough to see the jungle was teeming with ruins, much like those we discovered in Lasalia and Gaug. But the Vieira trackers eventually found us and took us before their elders. We barely escaped with our palms, Gopa.
So that is why we are still talking instead of bound for the border.
There are Vieira who have spurned the strict code of their tribes, abandoning their people to come and live in the cities of Damascus. Finding and recruiting one to our cause might provide us with insight into how to reach the Orborn monastery ruins. Unfortunately, the nation's current turmoil has not made it easy to accomplish this task. We still require more time. Before boarding the shuttle here, I was stopped by Abanga on the docks. He asked me if I knew a light duck, and bid I deliver him a message. Like, what's the message? Then he punches me in the face.
Yes, that would be a good one.
Told him he was welcome to accompany me to the Prima Vista, so that he might deliver the message himself, but the men refused. Banga, the crocodile people.
Yeah, the crocodiles. But I would assume if he didn't want to enter the ship, it's probably because he doesn't want the rest to know the message. So isn't this kind of awkward, Sid?
Mikota, I saw this device crafted to your exact specifications, but cannot guarantee that it will function as intended, seeing as I had nary a subject to test it on.
Of course, Master Sid. If any trouble is met, then most likely it is my design that is to blame.
Like an elephant trunk? What is that?
Oh, like a dagger?
Your confidence in my craftsmanship is flattering, but you sell yourself too short, my dear. Here's to your success. Good day.
Good day, good sir.
Wait, did he not deliver the message? What?
Nah, he did not give us a message. Nope.
He's like, hey, I have a message for you. Walks away.
And he told everybody that he has a message as well, just to make it more awkward.
Hello, Soko. Hello. Este Soko.
Oh god, I saw the guy doing, what is it? Squats in the background.
They could also be saying a different text line depending on whether you've done something or not. True, true. That does happen sometimes where they have different lines of text. True.
Yeah. What do we talk to?
Speak to Lena.
Something is obviously very wrong with poor Alma, and why her father doesn't seem to pay her condition much mind is something we should all be wary of.
Montblanc. You don't believe this, but since our time together in the Clockwork City, Amza and I have grown inseparable. I'd consider him a closer companion now than even my good brother, Herdy. Just don't let Herdy know that, Gopa. Amza. Both Montblanc and his brother Herdy have proved invaluable to our expedition. Owe them my thanks. And I suppose an apology. I admit, when they first arrived, I was wary of their ability to contribute to the cause. However, over the past moons, they have done their damnedest to prove me wrong. I used to believe that we Garleans were inherently better than, well, everyone else. I suppose a part of me still does. It was what I was raised to believe. It is what all Garlean children are. Only now have I begun to realize what the fool I was.
But hold on. If this is how he was raised, would it be the fault of his father who's literally standing there next to them?
Yes. Our exile here has forced me to face the arrogance that has controlled me my whole life. And what I found was that I was simply frightened. Frightened of change. Frightened of admitting I was weak. And so I lashed out, and I'm sorry that you, Montblanc, Baggy, and the others had to suffer. Ready. I have no issue with Ramza's unexpected change of heart, just with how it actually came about. I fear it might be the Orosite playing with his heart. I like how the Moogle is
yeah, the
aware.
Moogles know.
Yeah. Apparently.
The Moogles just know. I mean, the Moogles feel the Orosite. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
they have they literally sense ether as it's happening.
I sensed a surge of ether at that precise moment he came into contact with the necklace. Though that surge has since passed, Koopa. Do you think his real self is stuck in the necklace? They swap places?
See, the question is, because he knows everything that happened in the past, so do the memories stay with the body? And it's just the personality? Because I feel like if they completely like swapped places, then he wouldn't remember what happened earlier.
Yeah.
So I feel like it may be like a bit of both. Like it's not that they swapped places, but more that like he's being influenced.
Maybe. Did not miss. There's no question that Ivalice once stood atop the lands we now call Damaska, but with the passage of time, have remnants of those eras past faded beyond recognition. If only the great library at Rabanasa still stood. My knowledge is limited, but if there is aught you wish to ask.
Ah. So many questions.
What's the relation between Ramza and Delita? Who's Delita?
Delita is the guy who became the king, even though he wasn't the one doing all the job, all the work.
Task.
That's the what I'm
That's a relation. As I believe I've explained before, the hero Ramza Bolyov and the pauper become King Delita Herail were the closest of companions throughout most of their adolescence. Ramza was the youngest son of House Bolyov, an old and respected bloodline of warriors. Delita was the son of farmers in service of the Bolyovs. Normally, one mightn't expect the paths of two with which such different backgrounds to cross, but fate chose to intervene. When Delita's parents fall victim to a terrible plague, Ramza's father takes the orphan boy and his sister into his home and raises them as his own. Sensing greatness in young Delita, Barbaneth elects to enroll him in the Royal Military Academy with Ramza. However, not but several moons before their graduation does great tragedy befall them both. Noble children from across the realm are being abducted by a radical faction of distant knights and ransomed to their families. Amongst those kidnapped is Delita's only sister, Teitra, mistaken to be of high birth for her place at Barbaneth's Bolyov's table. Or at least they thought. Turns out the whole affair is a plot set in motion by a petty noble by the name of Argath Daralfas. Yes, the very course you encountered deep within the ruins of Salacia. Nesalia. You see, Argath and Delita were classmates at the academy, yet the former despised the latter, jealous of the base-born upstart who was always first in his class from swordblades to letters. And so Argath approaches the renegade of knights and tells them of Ramza's sister. And instead of describing Alma's features, he gives them a titles, that they might kidnap his true rival's kin. And they do.
Wait, so she was also called Alma. Just want to point it out.
Yes.
So this guy really is just obsessed.
Yeah. However, when the commander overseeing the rescue efforts of these noble children learns that it is not Alma, but Teitra they have taken, he abandons all attempts at peaceful exchange with the brigands, refusing to waste valuable resources on a mere commoner. Ramza and Delita plead with the officer to reconsider, but the order to storm the knight's hideout and burn it to the ground are carried out with cold precision. The mission is a success, and the dissidents, including Argath, are slain to a man. But so too is poor Teitra. Having learned the true worth of his blood, Delita leaves both the academy and his friend Ramza behind to forge a new path, one that would ultimately lead to war. 5 summers will pass before the two meet again. Okay, what's the relation between Ramza and Oran? Who is Oran? Asking you who's Oran.
I do not remember.
Okay. According to my ancestors' writings, Teitra's passing did not only serve to shape Delita, but Ramza as well. Ramza was possessed of 2 older brothers, both who had built reputations for themselves as fearless and cunning warriors worthy of Bolyov's name. However, soon after the raid that sees Teitra slain, Ramza learns of his brother's involvement in the affair. The shock upon realizing his own kin's disdain for the common man is too much to bear, and Ramza abandons his duty as son of House Bolyov.
Both?
Yes?
Oh.
Choosing instead to consign himself to a life of wayfaring, it is while serving a band of mercenaries that he meets Oran Dorai. Ah, the Dorai papers. Oran, adoptive son of General Sidolphus. Oh, that's Sid. Look, there he is.
Yeah.
Son of Sidolphus Sidious II. Is tasked by his father to discover the identity of those truly behind the War of the Lions, though what he discovers will mark him for life. Orlando. Oh, it's Orlando. It's Legolas. Ah. Orlando was long an enemy of House Bolyov, but the general had always been a proponent of peace. On many an occasion did he attempt to stave the hands of conflict by providing resolution that would benefit both sides, only to find his efforts thwarted by a force unseen. Throughout all of this, the church maintained its neutrality, openly refusing to endorse either order. Yet this was little more than a facade. The truth was they silently wielded their influence over both sides, seeking to draw out the war that the armies might grow ever weaker. It is during this time the church begins its search for the Zodiac Stones, or what we now know as Orosites. Their aim is to gain support for the war-weary small folk by dangling the promise of peace delivered by the legendary warriors descended from the heavens, the Zodiac Braves. Arandrai suspects the plot might bring harm to the realm, but lacks the proof he requires to implicate the church in any wrongdoings. I would imagine that all this lore that we're reading right now, because it's so in depth, is probably
it's the story of Final Fantasy Tactics.
It's probably just the story of Final Fantasy Tactics. When all hope is nearly lost, Oran encounters Ramza, already branded a heretic by the church for his discovery of several of the clergy's inconvenient truths, and learns that together they might be able to make a difference. Ramza holds a shard of Orosite. Threatened by Ramza's actions, but unable to successfully subdue the young man or his Orosite, the church turns their attention to Sidolphus. Oh, it's Sid Orlando.
Yeah.
Ah,
they introduced him in the very first line.
I thought they were different people.
God.
No, it's Sidolphus Sidious II. That was his name.
Yeah, that's what we read instead of what it actually was.
I did not read his last name. Ah, Sid Orlando Bloom, and condemns the general as they did Ramza in a ploy to drive him from the kingdom. His betrayal by the church only serves to embolden Sidolphus, and it is not long before he joins Ramza and his son. Is Ramza's son?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on.
What?
Ramza I think he means the Oran.
Ramza has a son?
But yeah, they did phrase it as if it was Ramza's son.
The efforts to prevent the Orosites of Blight from spreading further. Okay, how did Ramza use the Orosite? While Delita waged his war for all to see, Ramza remained hidden, choosing to deal with the Wasabi from the shadows. When the tiny fellowship was not hunting the horrors spawned by the holy stones, they were hounded by knights and brigands set upon them by the church. But despite this, Ramza oft found his thoughts returning to his old friend Delita, now an intelligencer within the Order of the Southern Sky. Delita had also not forgotten about his childhood companion, learning of both Ramza's troubles and the church's schemings soon after joining the Order. He could not, however, come to Bolyov's aid. Aral had proven himself a capable warrior and charismatic leader, and was using this momentum to silently orchestrate a play for Ival's throne. If he were to openly oppose the church, it would prove disastrous. Who is Aral?
I think that's the Delilah. Delilah, that's his name.
Delita.
Delita.
Yes. Ramza, though, had already been branded a heretic. Through Ramza, Delita might freely raise his sword against the church without consequence to himself, as long as their allegiance remained unknown. Now, one might view this as the future king simply using his companion to see his own desires fruition, like even Oran himself opines on the matter in his papers. However, both Delita and Ramza were quick to recognize that as long as the blight engendered by the Orosite was allowed to spread unchecked, the true peace could not be realized. The solution was ingenious. Delita took his place on the field of battle to bring an end to the War of the Lions, while Ramza took to the shadows to excise the otherworldly cankers that befoul the realm from within. Okay. Do we care about anything else?
Nah.
Nah.
Honestly, no.
Nah.
I'm good.
This is
It's
just.
just a wall of text, which
It's just.
I would say.
It's the problem. This is a lore dump that doesn't matter because none of it is gonna like is gonna be like it just doesn't impact the
It's
current
like
story.
context. It's just
Yeah,
context.
yeah. But it's context that doesn't matter anyway. Like learning about the history of Dalida and Ramza it isn't gonna like help help flesh out the story that's currently being told. Like it's not gonna benefit like the story that we have right now. Like this doesn't.
The thing is because it's just like somebody summarizing the entire plot of a game. Like it just comes in one ear, comes out the other. Like there's just too much information that has no like context for us.
Well, it just doesn't matter. Like do we need to know about Amza died because they thought that Amza was Dietra and they kidnapped her and she was killed. Like, is that gonna matter in the story that's currently being told in the present? I don't think so. Maybe. If it was, then it would have been a part of the. It wouldn't have been hidden here.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, from that we did learn that he called his children by the names of these people. So
Look, I just know that there's Sedolphus Sidious Orlando Bloom. Okay, I know him, and apparently Ramza had a son, and
Ramza had the son. That's canon now.
Yes, they fought together in the Lion War. Yes. Okay. Let's speak to Mikota.
Wait. Wait. What? Okay, hold on. Go to the Alagan nodes.
Okay. Storage node?
Yes.
Alpha?
Sure.
Records found. Initiating a query protocol. Oh god, there's more stuff here.
Oh god, this is just questions.
What do you mean? Genomus. Who exactly was the original Ramza?
Yeah,
what was the
it's just
relationship between
questions,
Ramza
like,
and Dalida? Who were the Zodiac Braves? What is Orosite? Who are the Civi? Who's this
oh god, there's so much.
Who is this? What happened to Damaska? What happened to Damaska? It just got overwhelmed by like a sandstorm, right? Like let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Mikota. Talk to Mikota. I read it.
Yep.
I sense that you are interested in the package Sid delivered. I have every intention to apprise you of its contents, but first I believe we should speak of Alma's condition.
Didn't you hear her dad? She's fine. Sleep
Yeah,
it off.
she's fine. Just sleep it off. Do you not find her illness all too timely? Genomis and Ramza would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but a result of a mind fatigued, but the answer is clear. It is the aura side that plagues her.
Oh, character is
Alma
shocked.
recently confided in me that she would hear her father speaking with the Otius, well before even his first foray into Rabanastre. However, I do not think this entirely true. Which is not to imply that Alma is trying to deceive us. Rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe her father was conversing with the Orosite. Moreover, I suspect it was the Orosite itself that granted her this vision. You recall my hypothesis on distinct frequency NRR type harmonic vibrations and their tendency to promote ethereal amplification?
Yes, I recall your hypothesis. Yes, I recall. Chapter 3, subsection 2, when you did speak on Alma's condition and potential Orosite becomings. See this footnote. This footnote actually with your findings. Ah, yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad somebody respects
I
my word.
think you should actually speak to the nerd over there in the corner. I think you'd have a very fruitful conversation.
Oh no.
The alpha nerd. Yeah, that one. The alpha. Yeah. God.
Or when I mentioned that despite being in the principal's possession for an extended period, the Otius exhibited none of the imprinting present in the Duma. No? No, you don't remember? Oh, I see. The Otius has never resonated with Genomis. It has always been his wife's pendant and its Oracite shard, the Virgo, that fueled his passion for Ivalice. No, the Otius is bound to Alma's deepest desires, whatever those may be. The only reasons I can fathom that Alma has not fallen victim to the Oracite's grasp is that her desires are not as strong as those we have witnessed in Argath or Bagaman. That and the ethereal interference caused by other nearby shards. I've explained all of this to Alma and recommended that she destroy the necklace, yet not only did she refuse, but she begged me to keep this revelation from her father. And so, I did the only thing I could. I devised a means with which I might impede, or at least lessen, the effects of the Otius. This device, while still incomplete, will amplify the NRR wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. This should work to interfere with those emitted by the Otius, thereby shielding Alma from the brunt of their effect.
Gonna stab her in the heart?
What she said. She's not gonna stab her in the heart.
Looks like a massive EpiPen. Oh my god. Ah, the city below is all abuzz with the word of a Banga brigand loitering around the airship landing. Do you think it could be someone we know, Kupa? Send in the Banga. Guess we'll exit the shuttle.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we have to see what the Banga. I would say Banga is one of the funniest names.
No, I like saying Banga. I like it. It's a good word.
Yeah, it is a good word. It's just funny. The Banga.
Yeah.
No? Let's go to the party, the Bangas.
Yes, the Bangas. It's Banga time. Alright, more flank. It was Blackie. His companions. Perhaps they know of the Orbon Monastery. Sky pirates are bound to have traveled the whole Damascus on their many misdeeds. Blackie. Apologies, Light, but I needed to speak with you, and you alone. Oh, don't mind me, Goppa. Just pretend I'm not here.
No, what he said is even better.
I'll just be floating over here in perfect earshot. Why you? What makes you think I wouldn't let you live right here, right now? Because we're here to offer you a proposition. That's what. We need information on the Goldmore jungle, and thought a man as well-traveled as you might be persuaded to provide some. Goldmore, you of all creatures should know that that is Vera land. What are you offering then? You can touch my fur.
Yes. That would be the offer.
Why, the opportunity to tell us what you know. Genomus believes our next adventure lies beneath the jungle canopy, Kupa. I should have expected as much. Very well, right. I came to ask you if you would meet someone. Now it seems that someone may be able to assist Genomus as well. Seeing as you and the principal did right by us before, I do not see a reason why I cannot take both of you. Okay. Unpack. It's easier. Okay. Waggy. Let me know when you're ready to depart for Ravenaster. We'll travel in our own airship. The Prima Vista will draw too much unwanted attention. Okay, it's bored. Give us a cutscene.
Sure. Where is she?
Hey. Ah, look, he's at the wheel.
I like how it's raining heavily.
We're boarding the
So what did the book?
Bangalas.
Yeah, the Banga ship. But wouldn't the book get like blown away by the wind? It was just floating there.
Maybe those palms are very strong, okay?
Okay.
Ah, back to a life of brigandry in the clouds, are we? Of course not. Not that it didn't cross our minds, but when faced with the decision of what to do next, we needed simply to remember the dying words of our leader, Gijuk, Nirok, Rainrock, and I decided to re-enlist as Dalmascan Fusiliers. And the accompanying Garleans actually said yes, Gopa. Yeah, not exactly. We're now with the Resistance. Who's that? You no doubt heard of the uprising in Dalmasca that followed the Domin liberation, and how it was crushed under the iron heel of the 4th Legion. Sure. The resistance leaders were captured and tortured and publicly executed. So there's a job opening. Since you're all dead, you sign up.
Sure.
Yet much of the Empire's chagrin, the gruesome display, only served to further rally the survivors. Remove one head and 2 grow back in its place. Remove 2, and then they're dead. Okay. And there are 4.
Okay.
A person can die, but an ideal will live on. Now there exist several factions throughout Dalmasca. We belong to one, known as Lenta's Tears. And when we were told our commanding officer of our recent crossing with you and yours, she simply insisted that we introduce you. Oh, is she a Viera?
100% she's a Vera.
Me? But I wasn't even supposed to be here, Koopa. Not you, hairball, him. Meet with the general and hear a proposal light. If you are not interested, we shall return you to Kugane unharmed. You have our... Koro got your tongue? Rabanastre, dead ahead, lads. Isn't Rabanastre covered in sand? Am I crazy?
No. Rabanastre is up there. The other city is under Rabanastre.
Okay.
Everything is covered in sand, though.
Okay. But Rabanastre is
I would
currently
say-
under Garlean control? Question mark?
I think so. Maybe?
Do not
I
have
don't
to,
know.
like,
I think
go
the
through
city is dead.
customs?
I don't think the city is actually active. And there you go. It's Rabanastre.
Hey, we've been there before. Yeah.
But I don't think there are actual like people living there. That's okay.
This way. We have many miles to cover before nightfall. We couldn't fly closer?
It totally could fly closer.
Okay, we're just going under it. Okay. I know we're using the assets from the dungeon.
I mean, it's a really nice place.
That's Fran.
Well done. Spoilers.
Okay. No shot they reused Fran, right? No
It would be fun if it was Fran.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I've done as asked. I bring you the Liberator. Huh. And here I thought he'd be taller. I get the reference.
That was okay. But
Oh, there you
sure.
go. You go ahead.
no,
Go
sure.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And here, I thought she'd be taller. Hello, Fran.
I knew it. Aviera. It's literally.
Rita is Fran! No!
They didn't even
Oh god!
call her like Pran or something, or like no,
No,
just
no, it is just straight up Fran.
straight up Pran. Okay.
Anyway, you should finish that game one day, just saying.
Yeah, I will.
I really liked Fran from the... Which fantasy
12.
was it? 12. There you go. I am Fran, proud daughter of Dalmasca and general of Lentes Tears. And yes, Mugu, I am Eviera. Are you surprised?
Why, yes, in fact, I am. Your kind are all supposed to be living amongst the trees, having shunned contact with the outer world, Guppa. There are supposedly a few who have left their homes, but I most certainly did not expect to see one here in this sewer.
I mean, it's a pretty sewer, to be fair. Indeed. This Banga claims you seek Orban. Did he speak true? Those ruins lie deep within the Golmor jungle, a place most sacred to my sisters. They would take great offense were you to defile it with your presence. What is more, Wagi tells me you travel with Garleans, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How can we place our trust in one who would do such?
Thomas and his family defected long ago. They are not your enemy. My blade has tasted the blood of too many Garleans to count.
Both of those are bad answers, just want to point it out.
I mean, the first one explains that, like, yes, we're with Garleans, but, like, they're not, you know. I mean, it's technically not true, though. Like, because, yes, his family defected, but his family defected because, like, their
Because they're
family
trying to clean their name.
well, their reputation was, like, destroyed, and they're trying to redeem their reputation, which means they're trying to rejoin the Garlean Empire.
Yes.
By, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, I don't trust them. Why should I tell someone else to trust them?
Yeah. But
So
I think the first one is the best answer, but
Yeah, but because the second one is just too aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the second one is non-responsive because she's not asking about us. She's asking about like Guardians.
Okay. A Guardian is a Guardian. Their pathetic attempt at absolution only proves their past guilt.
You misunderstand. Kind Genomus does not approve of the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Dalmasca and its impoverished masses, Kupa.
And what would a Mughal know about my people? Does your blood run Dalmascan red? We would cut you open and find out.
General, there's no need for threats.
You are right, Wagi. Let us then parley.
Parley?
Parsley?
Parsnip. Parsley.
Parley. First, the resistance requires men and women from Doma and the Eorzean Alliance, to join us in ridding Dalmasca of its imperial invaders.
You're asking for a lot right there. Oh my god, wait, what?
Yeah, that was a very steep claim.
This sounds like a full expansion right here, by the way.
Yeah.
But sure.
Your past deeds have made you well known to the leaders of both. They will listen to you. Or, if not, they will listen to those scions to which you claim allegiance. Second, the resistance requires gold. Gold to strengthen our forces from within.
Well, let me get you in contact with Tataro. She.
Yeah. Thirdly, we need a helicopter. Your allies are in bed with the East Aldenite Trading Company, which continues its dealings with Garlemald even as you raise your sword against them. profiting from the Empire's rampant aggression. As targets of that aggression, I believe my people are entitled to a portion of those profits. Take the entire company! Just take them! You can have them! I don't want anything to do with them. Grant me these simple things, and I shall personally guide you safely to the ruins of Orbon.
And what of the Lexentales? Who?
The family.
Okay.
See me to victory, and I'll take the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you?
I guess the
I mean,
first one?
first, I guess.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
I don't care about
I don't care about my companions.
I mean, the Mughals are kind of nice, but,
Yeah.
but like the Lexators can handle themselves. It's their quest. Tell them my demands, but know the fate of your expedition hangs on how well you do so.
I'd say we have our work cut out for us, Cooper.
Wagi, you and the Fusiliers are to accompany the Liberator. I expect a detailed report on how my demands are received.
Yes, General.
Not that I expect them to be taken seriously. You're a fool to trust them, Princess.
Next time, can we do this over Link Pro? Can we?
Yeah, this could have been an email.
Okay, BRB.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up. Hold on. Baggy.
Okay.
Do not be put off by Lady Fran. The General has quite the edge to her, but it is only because she wants what is best for the Resistance. Good joke.
I do really like the Fran that's from the actual Final Fantasy XII.
I finally come to accept that Bagamon is gone for good, but I will never forget how he met his end. I cannot allow my hatred to consume me as it did to him. Renok. The General is not too bad once you get on her good side. Her only good side being her backside. But you didn't hear that from me. Jesus.
Oh god damn it, horny crocodile.
One black. One adventure. Gopa. Just think, by tomorrow we could all be the newest members of the Damascan Resistance. Not that I'm ready to give up my place on the Prima Vista just yet. Late. Alright, BRB.
Okay. Okay.
Hello. Hello? Okay, Gopa will be back soon. Hello, Iron Ringed. Hello. Hello. Sorry, it's just BRB. But we have thoughts. We have thoughts. We'll discuss. Heading low, Gopa. What happened while I was gone?
Nothing.
Okay,
What are
your thoughts?
I think that like all of this seems too important for it to be a side quest.
I agree.
That's what it feels like.
Like
all of these events that we are being told about, because we're not even seeing it. The events we're being told about here seem to be significant for the entire like world, and not just like a singular story.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit too soon to fully confirm because we haven't finished it yet, but I think it was a bad whoever made the decision. I think it was a bad decision. I think we actually said this last time actually. I think it was a bad decision to make the crossover event the Alliance Raid questline for this expansion, because the Alliance Raid questline is a big one, right? So it's overarching through multiple patches through the entirety of the expansion, actually, right? What was the last Alliance questline? Hold on.
That was Alexander.
No, that's the raid.
No? No, sorry, that was right.
It was the Sky
Alliance
Pirates.
Was Sky Pirates.
Heaven's Ward was the Sky Pirates, and Realm Reborn was obviously the
tower.
Yeah. This was the tower. And the problem with the crossover event being here is that one, obviously after each patch they're getting feedback as to what people like and what they don't. I think they made a mistake. I think they made a mistake trying to incorporate the story of Final Fantasy Tactics into this. Like I think it would have been so much better if they just used the characters, but there was no backstory weighing them down. Like there was nothing like where they would have more free reign to do what they wanted. So they wouldn't have to spend so much time explaining the history of everything and the previous story.
They still can have some backstory, but just not make it all about
just make their
the
own.
story.
Just make their own. Just make it a reference by using like the same character names, and just make your own story instead. And the problem here is that because they tied it with an entirely different region, as you said, like it feels like a big deal, like considering that there's another region out there where there was a rebellion that was shut down, and they're trying to there's like resistance and they're fighting against the Gallian Empire. Like that sounds like a big deal, and on top of that, like they're making references to characters that we might like, and they're introducing Viera, and apparently they're just reintroducing Fran here, and it's like, well, I mean, I feel like a character like this, if you want to do them justice, probably deserves more time. I would imagine that the reason why Fran was brought in here, because this is the last patch, this is the last Alliance raid, is that they probably were told that people weren't really enjoying it, so they did they did the same thing that they did with Ascidian. It's like break glass in case of bad story, and they brought out Ascidian for like a cameo for one brief cinematic. Here it feels like break in case of that, and it's like, okay, let's just out of nowhere suddenly Fran. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say you say that, but like she's not even like from Tactics. She's from Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah,
like, this is a completely different game.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like it's like. That's what I mean. Like it's just this is a fan favorite character. The story isn't really landing here. Let's just throw in at the last second because we need people to be engaged with the story, and we need people to be interested and excited.
My question is, I guess that's just Poland. Because I was gonna say, how many people playing Final Fantasy 14 have played all the other Final Fantasies? To know who that is.
No, it's not about playing all of them. Like there are certain Final Fantasy games that are really popular and that they stand out. That's like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 12, right? Like those are the ones. Those are the big ones. And then Final Fantasy 13. Like Like the more modern ones, like everyone knows about, everyone's played. Like they're they're popular enough to know for sure.
Okay. See, I only know Final Fantasy 12 because you played it. That is really all there is. Because Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but you didn't
play.
like play console games, and yeah, like maybe like Final Fantasy is just not big in Poland. It's possible.
No, it's just not big here. That's it. Zelda isn't either. Zelda is barely a thing in Poland.
So yeah, it feels weird. Like, I mean, we just mentioned it, right? Like the idea of us helping another nation fight the Gallian Empire, it feels like that's deserving of its own expansion. Not just that, but also like the introduction of Viera. Maybe we go back to this next expansion, right? If you said that, hey, Viera, they're introduced, the female Viera introduced in Shadowbringers, then it would make sense if this quest line is followed up on, right? If this is the first time we're seeing them in Stormblood, then it would make sense that in Shadowbringers maybe we come back to them. Like maybe that happens. Maybe.
Maybe.
That makes sense, right? Because you wouldn't
See,
randomly introduce Viera like they'd be in the story, I would imagine, right?
See, my whole problem is that this is an optional quest line. Like you cannot like put important things into optional quest line.
Well, it feels weird, right? It feels weird.
Yeah.
It feels weird. It feels too big to be a side quest.
It feels too significant for the main story itself. Not even like the world of like Eorzea or whatever. No, this feels too significant for the main story quest line.
Specifically this part, like not the family stuff. Like who cares about the family stuff?
No,
like family stuff doesn't matter. But like the overarching idea of like this the nation that was Rabanasta and the Damascan Empire and all that stuff, like that feels more important. And that's also why I feel like that's what this questline should have been focused on. Like I feel like that's more interesting than what's happening with the traveling family, right? Like we don't. it doesn't help that Ramsel wasn't very likable, and it also doesn't help that the father isn't very likable. It just doesn't help that no one there is likable at all. Yeah, like no, like we don't give a fuck about any of those characters.
I would argue the father is even less likable than the son.
100%, because he's the father. That's the issue. Like he's meant to be more responsible, or more like there's. Yeah. You'd expect more from the father than the son, because the son's a kid. So if he acts like a dick, like whatever.
I mean, it's not even that. It's not even that. He's also just obsessive.
Yeah,
this guy is just insane.
Yeah. So like, none of that is landing, which is why I feel like that's why they suddenly, the manga taking us to Fran, and then suddenly Fran is talking about like, rising up against the Gallian Empire and all that stuff.
Why is Fran here in the first place?
No, I'm telling you, like, it feels like this is like a shift in the narrative, because the creators got feedback that people weren't gelling with the narrative of the first two Alliance raids, and they're like, oh, people don't like this, let's introduce an entirely different aspect to the story that is hopefully more engaging. And it is like this, like as we mentioned, like this is more interesting. We only just got introduced to it kind of, but like this is more interesting than what the hell was happening with the family. Well, it just feels too late. Like we had to start with this. That's the thing. We had to begin the quest line with this scene, actually, with like being taken and being introduced to Fran, and her telling you like, hey, you need to get access to this area. Like, hey, we can help you, but we need your help as well, because the Gallians have taken over and we're trying to resist them and all this stuff. Like that's where it should have begun.
And ironically, I think that would be a really good quest line, just leading into Shadowbringers, considering that, as you said, that Vieras appear in Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
But, like, this would be a good quest line where like we're being told about them.
Yeah.
And then like they are properly introduced like in MSQ.
Yeah. Well, this would be the assumption that the MSQ takes place, that Shadowbringers takes place or takes us to Damaska and Rabanastre, right? Like that would be my assumption. I don't think it will. But like, if this is the story that we're telling for the Alliance raids, then it would make sense for this to be like a teaser, or like to be like an appetizer leading into like where the main story takes us later on. That would make sense. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen in Shadowbringers, but like based on what's happening here, like it should. Like it would be nice if it did. Yeah. But this is where it should have started. They're
gonna be like, oh, Fran is one of those who like ran away, so she's gonna be completely unrelated to anything.
Maybe, but like.
No, that's what they're gonna do.
Maybe, but
Because
like
they said that there are those who like
the problem,
left the village.
Yeah, but the problem is that, like, as we mentioned, like the problem is that I feel like this, as you said, Fran is too important of a character to just throw into the final raid of the Alliance raid quest line, right? Like it's just a waste. It's a waste of the character if that's what you're gonna use them for.
Yeah. I just still can't get over the fact that it is Fran herself.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like someone who looks like Fran. Like, no, it's just literally Fran.
Gonna go to like Francine or something, just like change it a little bit, you know, change her hair color or something. Nah, it's just Fran. Okay.
It's Fran.
Sure.
She just, you know, jumped the other universe to get into ours.
Okay.
It was when she was on that motorbike.
Sure.
Yeah.
Montblanc. Montblanc is eager to return to the Prima Vista and report your findings. Welcome to the jungle. Hurry, hurry. If I don't tell someone of our adventure quick, I'll positively burst, Guppa.
Hold on to your palm.
Let's teleport over. We're just speaking to Ramza. Alright. I'm not speaking to anyone else.
You're done with these people.
I am done with these people. This woman asks much of us. The Viera have been ever wary of outsiders. For centuries, there are many tribes have remained hidden in the jungles, content with their self-imposed solitude. Each tribe has its own strict code, and will meet swift punishment to any who would defy these laws. As such, many Viera will spend their entire life bound to their territory or their ancestors, both unwilling and unable to venture beyond its borders. And while the tribes are wholly independent, they have agreed to uphold a single standard: shun all contact with the outside world, unless it is to protect the jungle. That said, with every generation, there are those Viera who long for a life beyond the verdant sea of trees, and abandon their tribes to start a new life in the kingdom cities. My guess is that this Fran is one such individual, who also happens to be the only individual we know who can guide us to the monastery, Guppa.
It seems Mirika's sword arm won't be enough to see us through this predicament. She'll need to don the right mantle of a diplomat if we're to convince the alliances and the East Alderan Trading Company to grant us aid. What could go wrong? Can we just sell the East Alderan Company? Can we just... I want to sell them. Just like the whole company. Just sell them.
Did you hear
Because
that?
apparently we have a say in it.
That was the sound of a link pearl. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was a sound of a link pearl.
Just gonna start calling everyone conveniently.
Yep.
Yes. I know that you said not to call unless it was urgent, but this is urgent. Alright? Not exactly, but my superiors have come to a decision on your request, and I thought you might want to hear what they had to say. Oh, and let me preempt any request for immediate disclosure with a reminder that the information is much too sensitive to discuss over Limpro. Okay. Meet me at the Ruby Bazaar. Post haste, and I shall duly apprise you of their judgment.
Lovely.
What are people tapping link pearls? That's not a thing that we've established. What are you talking about?
Well, Dominica, what are we waiting for?
Like, we've never tapped into someone else's link pearl. It's like, you don't know who's listening. There's like there's like an FBI agent outside with like the thing that he's pointing at us, like the little, like the receiver, trying to get the reception.
Actually, it's the Viera ears trying to get the reception.
I see. You know.
I've read about how you united the whole Eorzea under a single standard and convinced the Holy See to end a 1,000-year conflict.
We did kill the
Compared to that, asking for a few soldiers and a coffer or three of gil should be a piece of Rolandberry cake. I suppose we should inform Wagi down at Kugane landing for progress. You mentioned he was to keep an eye on us.
But we have nothing to report on.
Also, we don't have to report to him. It is his job to follow us. Why are we doing his job?
Yeah, speak to Lena.
I've informed Wagi of our situation. We are ready to make for the Ruby Bazaar when you are.
Waggy. Sir, you've an answer from the East Island Trading Company already. Impressive. It would seem the Lady Flan has underestimated your influence amongst the realm's players. I assume you have no objections to me joining you then. I object.
Did you eat Hancock?
Yes, eat him.
No? Okay.
Just leave.
Look, every time they bring up East Island Company, I get so triggered.
Hello, Saka.
Hello there.
Hello.
It's a nice statue they put on this fence.
Yeah.
Really enhancing the decor.
Este Saka. We have been working through the Alliance Raid quest line. Hopefully to unlock the new Alliance Raid. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Almost there. Sure. Okay, Waggy. Whenever you're ready. Okay. Lena.
Hancock awaits us in the bazaar. Shall we, Milika? Boy, do I hate the Saltinat company.
I didn't even get voice acting. A lovely lady in a banga? Here I was expecting you would be a lone light. But excuse my manners. I'm Hancock, representative of the East Adna Trading Company, assigned to oversee her assets here in Guyana. It is a pleasure to meet you. And Blackie starts drooling. He's like, can I eat him? Oh,
I already asked if you can eat him.
Hello.
Okay, what is Yugiri doing here exactly?
I don't know. She's not she's a ninja. She's a shinobi.
But she's not part to.
That's what I'm saying. Is that she doesn't speak. She's not a politician. She's not a.
What is the point of her being here?
No, you should be here.
Then I am not triggered by Zen. Fine. The characters are exactly where they should be, and they're doing what has to be done.
Whoa, sa. Whoa, sa. What do they say? It's like it should. Who should be here in her set? Does Hien have anyone that he can like call upon to like?
I don't know.
I think it's just Hien, right?
The wolf guy.
The wolf
because
guy?
The wolf guy is a representative, but I think he's a representative of the wolf people. I don't think he has like representative of the Doma.
Yeah. They need to introduce a character for Hien to be like Hien's emissary. That's what they need.
I agree.
Because I
feel like they see again. I said it again. It feels like Doma is a very small place.
Yes.
It's like a village of like 100 people.
Yes, there's like 5 people. That's
no,
it.
literally, Doma feels like a village of 100 people.
It does.
That's it. That's Doma.
Yeah, they've failed when it comes to making Doma seem like an actual nation.
Yeah. Okay. And I am Yugi. We apologize for making you come all this way. Not that it is far from the landing to... Wagi, was it? I serve Lord Hien, rightful ruler of Doma. I have come bearing my lord's reply to your entreaty.
She shouldn't be. You shouldn't.
She's
got better
you're
things
an
to do.
informant. You're not a diplomat. You're an informant. God.
Hey, you know what would have been better actually if it was just Tataru, and you know what? Have Tataru just speak for Hien. Just do it. Like she
Honestly,
can do it.
we can just, you know, what would be the word for it? Let them borrow Tataru.
Yeah, learn her. Just learn
spokesperson.
Tataru. Yeah.
Yeah, just learn Tataru.
She can be the bookkeeper
Sayas
as
will
well.
be fine.
Yeah, just do it all online. Just do it all Violent
I mean,
Pro.
she's staying in Kugane anyway.
Is.
So
She is. You know what's crazy? Actually, unironically, we're in Kugane. Kugane is meant to have embassies from all over the world. Why isn't there a Doman embassy in Kugane?
Because the Italians wouldn't like that.
Why isn't there a Doman embassy in Kugane?
Because they're a village of 100 people.
Why isn't there an Adosian embassy in Kugane?
That's a better question.
Yeah.
They should establish one.
There should be one.
See, the whole story of this arc should expansion should have ended with us establishing Eurasian settlement in Ghana.
It should have.
That's true.
It does not make any sense that we have to work out of a trading company instead of having our own proper embassy that other nations have embassies in because this is meant to be the embassy city. Like, why don't we have one? Like, what's happening?
I agree. Now that you mention it,
we have the authority to do this, given our standing and the scions and all that stuff.
And we have the people for it as well.
We do. We have the people. And then this could be happening in the Adosian embassy instead, because that just makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then we wouldn't need the backstabbing people who literally tried to kill us be a part of a treaty between nations, because that sounds safe. God, I'm so triggered by this company. Like, every time they mention East Alderaan Company, I unironically am getting triggered because it's so bad that they're part of every event that we're doing. Like, everything that happens in the story, they have to be part of it, and I'm sick of it.
You can make it.
They shouldn't be there.
You can make it.
No, I can't. Listen, I'm not bothered by this game. It's fine. It's fine. I will personally guard Alfino so they don't stab him again. It's fine. And I am Tataru Taru of the Science of the Seven Dawn. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered. Well, that and to bear the message from the leaders of the Eurasian Alliance. Okay. I read that sentence, but I'm just so... Tataru Taru herself says, I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered.
Well, so I was trying to think. Serenity now. Serenity now. It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
Now, I want you to think about this sentence. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered in this treaty between nations about fighting Garlemald.
Serenity now.
No one else could be bothered. This is not important.
God. Thank you.
I'm actually upset about this.
Thank you for both coming. I'm Waggy, formerly of the Damascan Royal Fusiliers. I now claim allegiance to Lenta's Tears, a resistance group seeking to accomplish what you have in Doma and Alamigo. What tidings have you brought us? Allow me to begin with, then. While the East Alderaan Trading Company sympathizes with your plight, we are not in a position to grant you the funding you seek.
Oh, because you're so poor, right? Kid.
I mean, I feel like we can force them. As you are aware, the East Alderaan Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political or personal. And what of our relationship with the Eurasian Alliance? Ah, yes.
Neutrality.
What I meant to say was
Neutrality,
here
he said.
in Hingashi, the East London trading company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political and you must understand our position. Simply supplying coin to any one group would make it appear that we somehow favor that group over another. Seeing as we conduct business openly and fairly with everyone, doing such would be sending the wrong message and ultimately harm profits, yes?
And by selling to both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish. How convenient.
Well, this doesn't make any sense, what he just said, because even what she said doesn't make any sense. She said that by selling to both sides, but he's saying that he's not selling to both sides, because he's saying that he's not selling to Blaggy.
He's not saying to anyone.
No, he is. He's selling to the Galleons.
True. We were confirmed that he was selling to Galleons. True.
Yes,
true.
yes. So he's selling to one, so he has to sell to the other for this line of dialogue to make any sense.
Yeah. Zen.
We are a business, milady, and we do what we must to survive. That does not mean, however, we are blind to the needs of our customers or our allies, which is why we support the Erosian Alliance and their noble efforts to safeguard their realm's freedom through a mutually beneficial arrangement. If it were my choice, I would provide you Little Resistance with all the funding it needs. Your Little Resistance. But as my good friend Light knows all too well, it is not my choice.
Well, now that Hancock's thoroughly lowered your spirits, you won't be as crestfallen when I inform you that Eurasian Alliance will also be unable to provide any assistance.
What's the rationale for this?
Isn't the Eurasian Alliance built on adventures anyway?
No. What's the rationale? Tataro? No, because there's nothing that there's no reason for them not to, because
look, I just want to point out they didn't even bother to show up.
They didn't even bother show up. No, but they didn't even bother show up when it comes to the Doma stuff. Like the what happened in Doma was done purely by the Scions, and what happened in Amigo was also done purely by the Scions. Yes, we did have. Oh no, to be fair, the Crystal Babes.
No, the Amigo was the bigger effort.
Yeah, but that's done now. That's finished. And you can't say that, oh, but like they're helping when it comes to like them rebuilding. They're not, because you have the Sultana who's extorting the people for money. Like like they're not spending anything doing that. So they're free. They're free to work on the next project, right? And let me guess, you did everything in your power to try and convince the leaders of each city-state, only to watch as they politely declined our proposal, claiming an unfortunate lack of intelligence or resources.
Wait, how did you... Lord Hien sends his greetings to you and yours, and under normal circumstances would welcome allies still suffering under the Imperial yoke.
Yeah, this one's fine. Like, this one is understandable.
Yeah, I mean, Doma is literally ruined, so you know. They genuinely don't have resources to spare because they got
10 people.
True.
Mate, they're sending Yugiri out here to fucking be a diplomat. They got no one. What are you on about?
When Yugiri is the diplomat, yeah, true. However, word has it that the latest attempt at reclaiming your kingdom ended in failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the resistance leaders.
You're not mistaken. Our army is not what it once was. Those remaining have been forced to take refuge deep beneath the streets of Rabanastre. See, they're under Rabanastre.
The 4th Legion has already defeated you once. Lacking unity and leadership, the current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Empire's disciplined ranks. If Doma is to join hands with Dalmasca as an ally, you must first prove to us that you will stand as one.
I feel like what Yugiri just said would make more sense if Tataru said that. Like,
yes, I was gonna say that, like, out of all of them, like, Domas are the one.
Yeah.
No, you know, like, that makes sense, but we need some, like, you know, some like reassurance and stuff. Like that exactly as you said, that should be like the Eorzean's line instead of
Like,
Doma's, because as we said, Doma literally does not have resources, no matter how they want it.
Yeah, they are in no position to help anyone. They're trying to help themselves right now, like Doma.
Yeah,
like,
they're literally asking others for help right now because they don't have the resources.
Yeah, so it makes no sense for Yugiri to it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Oh,
Zen.
Yeah. Doma as a full-fledged ally would serve far better to strengthening our cause than a few temporary soldiers.
Yet even if we were able to wrest Dalmasca from the Empire's grasp, without unity amongst your people, the resulting chaos could prove even more perilous to the kingdom.
You understand much of our situation. And based on that understanding, you would refuse your aid to Lens Tears, am I correct?
Do not mistake me. Lord Hien's refusal is but a message to help you plan your next step.
You have a wise master. He understands that without proper planning, driving one enemy from your midst simply creates room for the next. Lady Fran will no doubt be pleased to hear that your response was exactly what she expected.
What was that face? You knew this whole time that your demands would be rejected, yet still you let this farce play out?
Yeah, my apologies, but this was all necessary to prove an important point to our leader.
Wait, so why is Hancock still here?
Lady Fran needed to show the princess just exactly what she was getting herself into, and your honesty today will serve us better than any hollow promise. Thank you. Dumping away.
Wait, what about the Golomor jungle?
Bye.
Oh, I see. Okay then, I guess we're going home. Can you believe this? We're headed back to where we started. Principal Genomis will not be pleased.
Oh, no, not the headmaster.
Oh. That's kind of his problem, you know.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Why would anyone be upset about it? It's fine.
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you think the people that
It's
wrote
fine.
this part of the story know what happened in the MSQ?
No.
Nah. Okay.
Do you know the people? Do you know the people that wrote this part of story have been to the Doman Enclave?
Nah.
You mean the one where they literally have a basket to throw stuff in because they just don't have anything?
Do you remember how that
The
little
whole uprising was like, you know, people with tools that they just found, they just had like somewhere, and it was like village people, not like soldiers. It was just you know, the residents of the village, the old, the like young.
Do you remember how that little she apparently earns like a fortune, like 10 times the fortune actually, where she's actually just drowning in money right now, like personally.
I just imagined that I was Scrooge McDuck just diving into the money.
That is literally that little right now, and you have these poor people. They're like, hey, hello, we need help. We're fighting against the Gallian Empire. We could do with anything. And she's like,
It's like, I'm sorry, but science only deal with primals. Come back to us if you have a primal. And she like dives into the coffer.
She was like, I'm sorry, we have nothing to spare. So sad. And then she wipes her tears with like $100 bills.
Like money bills.
Jesus. Sure.
No, but that is optional, so I'm less upset about that. But like the whole Doman Enclave is canon, like main story.
No, that little thing you can get away with because technically it's possible that happens after these events.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That like it's not related directly to this happening, but like the MSQ has already happened.
Now I'd say it's still related, but like it's again like there's a chance that it happens after this, like chronologically. So it's like she might not have the money right now, so that's fine. It is as you say, it is most unfortunate, but I suppose we did everything in our power, and that's all we can ask for. I guess we're wrapping up. I still do not understand. Why would Lady Fran send light on this wild-up Baisa chase if she knew from the start it would be for naught?
Waggy mentioned something about Fran proving a point to their leader, whomever that may be.
Is it Pinello?
Would it be Pinello?
I mean,
true. I mean, if they brought
princess.
Fran.
Well, she said princess,
True,
so it's a girl.
Yeah, I guess it could be Pinello.
What was the other one? I can't remember her name. There's three. There's Fran, there's Pinello, and there's
there are three sisters. I think the third one was younger than Fran. I don't remember her name, but like she was like the more innocent one, I think.
Yeah. People in positions of power can prove both naive and stubborn creatures. Simply telling a leader she is wrong may not convince her of the fact. Seeing one's own plan fail, however, is often the best medicine.
Naive and stubborn? Then the resistance is doomed.
If a person is imposing as Fran is taking orders from her, then chances are this leader is even worse, Gopa.
Oh yeah.
I'll not be so certain, Montblanc. My guess is that the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and that Lady Fran is trying to teach her to be an effective leader through example.
Hold on, are you telling us that it's the younger sister?
Could be. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granting her the ability to learn and grow from them, an experience that will ultimately benefit her when the time comes to make some truly difficult decisions. Now, I seem to recall reading that one of the many faces of the resistance, before the recent quelling, was a young girl of royal blood. Do you suppose...
You may cease your baseless presumption, Defector.
I guess just anyone can walk onto the ship, I guess.
Yeah, that's completely open. The door was open! They don't close the ship.
The door was open. You should really learn to lock your door.
You should invest in some security if you want to run this operation.
And you would be?
I would be here on orders from the leaders of Lantesteers. Against my better judgment, mind you.
Greetings, Lady Fran, I presume. I am Genomus Sen Lexentale, principal of the Majestic Theatre Company. You and your colleagues are most welcome on the Prima Vista. What is your leader? What is this that your leader would have of us?
While you failed in meeting even a single of our demands, she recognizes that you were sincere in your attempts to see them fulfilled, and for that effort you are to be compensated.
This feels weird. Like, why is she here?
Yeah, well, didn't just Buggy tell us that?
Huh?
Didn't Buggy just tell us that?
No, as in, why is she here? Like, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels weird.
She's in Kugane.
It feels weird when you are in the middle of a war, let's say, or like a like a skirmish, or like, you know, so there's things are happening. It feels weird that a leader of that would be in a different part of the world, right? It would be the equivalent of, it'd be weird if during the Stormblood expansion, during the MSQ, suddenly we're like, okay, we got to go speak to like Raban or something in the middle of the quest line, and like we take Hien with us to Orozia. Like, like, right? Like,
You mean like how Liz was traveling all over the world?
no, but she's not important though. Like,
Sure.
like Hien is important. Like, right?
Sure.
Like, it'd be weird if at the time of the quest line we were like, I don't know, preparing the assault of the main like city castle, right? Like before the whole event, when the castle falls on the head of like Cosetto and stuff, and then we're like, hold up, let's go speak to the Eurasian Alliance, and then he leaves and goes to speak
The thing is,
to like Merwib and stuff. That'd be weird, right?
the thing is, I don't think we are at I don't think they are at that point. I think they just had an uprising, it failed, and they're essentially regrouping. Like, they're not actively planning an operation right now. They are like trying to get the resources for the next one, essentially.
Yeah, it still feels weird. Like, because even if you say, okay, like, well, that's what I mean. Like, imagine where it's a Stormblood expansion. Before Hien reveals himself to the people and before he rallies them to his cause, he goes to like Limsa. It'd be weird, right? Because it's like, things are happening at home. Shouldn't you be there? Are things going on? Like, there's a reason why that didn't happen. There's a reason why Hien didn't leave, because it'd be weird if he did, right? Like when things are going on. So yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird that, because we're in Kugane right now. We're not in Rabanastre.
Yeah.
So she like just jumped on a ship and she just flew over here.
She did.
Because you can just do that. You just
She got on her
leave.
motorbike.
She did. Like, it just feels weird to me. I don't know. It's a bit odd. Doesn't sit right with me. Because it just makes it feel like what's happening isn't urgent, you know?
Yeah. That's what I think. Like, it feels like it's not urgent. Like,
Yeah.
they're not planning right now.
But I want it to be urgent.
It's like,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
I want it to be urgent. This makes it feel like it's not urgent. That is most generous.
the ruins which you seek are hidden behind a waterfall here, a point roughly equidistant from the river's source and its delta.
Here are thanks, Lady Fran. We will not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a course immediately.
Who else is barging in? Oh, okay. Ramza, what is going on here?
Has she been taken over? Alma, you should be in bed.
I've slept enough, brother. Tell me, who are our guests?
Oh, right, the EpiPen. Yeah, she got stabbed by the thing. By Mikoto. Yeah. It appears you are once again prepared. You once again prepare a leap into dangers more. Keep your wits about you, late. Lady Fran is strong, but then again, so was Bagamna. Wait, so why is Fran helping us?
Because she was told.
But we couldn't help her resistance. So what does she get out of it?
Yeah, but she said that like that because we showed genuine effort, we deserve to be compensated. That's what her like.
This is big compensation.
Look,
it's like you tried.
they had big demands.
You tried, so we'll help you.
Good job.
Good job. Good job.
You get a star.
Ah, if you'll excuse me. Are you mad? A trip to the surface in your condition?
Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the Otius.
What?
There is no need to worry. Mikoto and I have already devised a plan. I can help clear our family name.
Is she gonna let the priestess take over her body so that she can explain what happened in her past life?
Maybe?
The Shalian have no say in this. I'm your father, and I insist you remain here on the airship. What would your mother say if I allowed all to befall you?
Mother, this is what it is all about, isn't it? What it has always been about. You care not about Ivalice or the Oran name. No, you only seek to use the Orasite to bring Mother back.
Oh, the drama.
But you haven't been able to do that. You do not understand how exactly it is, and the shards translate one's desire into reality. That is where I can help. I can ask the High Seraph. It is she who created the Orasite. Ultima has bid me to come to her place of imprisonment. If we free her, she will reveal unto us the secrets of her creations.
Do you hear what you're saying, Alma? Even if there was the slightest chance of bringing Mother back, we cannot risk your life in doing so. Brother is right. We have sacrificed too much already. I cannot bear the thought of losing you, either of you.
It is too late. I'm so lonely, father. Why must you love Ramza more than you do me?
I don't think he loves either of you, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't think that's what it is. Do not be cozened by your daughter's word, for they are not her own.
The EpiPen.
I thought she was gonna stop her. Help me, Rams.
Alma. No.
God's forfend.
I told you. No one can control the power within those shards. No one.
Mirika, here, take this. It might be the only thing that can save Alma, but we must hurry to the monastery.
Come. We leave for the Gomorrah jungle. Now. Is Alma from Hogwarts? They have that visual look. They've got the... They're very fancy. Okay.
You want to talk to anyone? Fran. Yeah, she's the one to talk to. Was the power I sensed beyond the rift? Was that the High Seraph?
Flaggy. I told her this was a mistake. Now look what has happened. If you were wise, you'd toss all the remaining shards into Hell's lid and cut your losses. But you've no more wisdom than Bagamna. And that's why the High Seraph has already won. Okay, ready. I think we saw enough to prove that Ultima is no angel, Gopa. And if she's not, then what is she? Mont Black. What do we do? What do we do? Cannot just leave poor Alma to become one of those monsters, Gopa. Alright, let's leave.
I like how you looked at this collection of characters and you're like, who do I want to talk to? Moogle.
Yes. I'm gonna just... I look at this collection of characters, I physically push past them just to speak to Mont Black. Yes. Ramza. Have I your permission to depart, Light? Every moment we tarry here, my sister, she... Of course.
No, it's not the best of times.
Set engines to full speed. Okay.
Imagine we just said no. What is the full speed? I want to see it.
You know what?
Oh, it's so fast.
Like, this ship looks fancy because it's literally like an amphitheater on a ship.
Yeah, it's a theater.
But like that's nice. It's a bit of a shame we don't get to see it.
True. I honestly thought we were gonna fight Alma on the ship. Welcome to the land of my people. It would be a poor lie if I said I did not miss it, son.
Alma.
Uh-oh.
Go stab her.
Hamza, help me.
Alma. Thought he was gonna jump in after her, but okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, stab her.
It just drops it. I thought it's gonna like cut her in half. Alma, Hamza.
And I just assumed that she was gonna be the final boss, but I guess not. Let's see.
Blood of the Invokers. Fulfill the ancient covenant, and grant unto me the vessel promised. Okay. Anyway. Well, just... Wagi to me. The girl is not well.
I suggest we continue this back at the Prima Vista. Prima Vista, Copa. Just got to the jungle.
We just got here. It was not the plan to exchange one kid for the other.
Have you the courage to face true evil? What are you gawping at? Ship is this way, Copper. So I was curious if they were going to actually show like a new custom area made for this quest line, and the answer is no.
I thought we were gonna have like a base of operations there, but
No. Herdy.
Yes.
Poor Ramza, whisked away from under our very whiskers. What poor companions we make. Poor companion would be one who sat around and whimpered while others worked to find a solution to their troubles, Guppa. We must act for Ramza, for Damaska. For Damaska. Okay, so there's like a door.
Yeah.
Fan.
If a magic drift was necessary to seize Ramza, then it is quite possible that Ultima is still incapable of traveling beyond the bounds of the Orban Monastery. However, if Aura Side is all the High Seraph requires to do so, then we are in grave danger.
Raggy. I don't see the same fate that befell Black Amnan before young Ramza. We must do something and quick. Or kill him. Did I miss? Now Ramza's gone? Ah, dearest Thea, what have I done? What have I done? What did you do? Dynamis. The final quest. Dynamis is crestfallen at the thought he might never see his son again. See if there is aught you can do to put his mind at ease. We need to do something. But what recourse is left to us? The only means we had of protecting ourselves could not even prevent my son from...
I am sorry, Dynamis. My design was flawed. Not necessarily, Charlayan. We all saw how it succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the Otius. The loss of the boy is not yours to bear. Our focus here should not be on our failures, but what we've learned from them. The being beyond the rift, it spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as the blood of its invokers. Could it be your ancestors are responsible for Ultima's summoning?
Most certainly not. I have discovered no such interference anywhere in the derived papers. Besides, tales of the High Seraph existed far before even the earliest of Valisian legends.
And who exactly did summon Ultima? And why does she think them your kin? Look!
Surprise peek at your face, Blago. I have a bad feeling about this, Cooper.
Oh, can we echo this? We can!
Ramza, dead? You lie about as well as you carry yourself in battle, Oran. I did not say he was dead, my lord Delita. Merely that he had abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the Aetherite. Oracite. But why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Valis. There is naught to be had from further sacrifice. The kingdom is won, and this victory is as much as his as it is mine. He risked his life and limb to shield me from the dark, from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I would not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and colleague to see him saved. Knights, to me! We ride for Orbon. Orbone. My lord, wait! Ajor Glabados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Heidelin for the promise of coin and power, summoning forth a terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. It was believed only one of the lands...
Hold on, my OBS just crashed. One sec.
ABS, Spotify. Are we okay?
We are not okay. I may have to wait a bit. Because I think like Restream still thinks that I'm streaming, so I cannot start another stream. Okay, let's try. We should be going back. If you could send me the invite again.
True. Did you get an invite? Okay. Okay, you get...
I think we are good.
It was believed only
Yes.
one of the lands chosen, only a warrior of light, might stand against this threat. Yet while victorious in battle, Ramza was unable to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, then what chance do you presume any other might stand? Are you saying I should do nothing then?
Oh god, she even looks the same. No, my lord. Ramza is. My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the Ether was that his name would be struck from the annals of history.
Alma, you're unhurt. But I was led to believe none but Oran returned from Orbon. What is it that you speak? What is this you speak of your brother's wishes? When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Seraph, we chose the only path left to us, to do what Heidelin herself did countless centuries past, imprison Ultima. As you are aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates.
Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure that the Angel of Blood would never again walk the land. And he believed that if people knew of this sacrifice, it would only inspire them to seek out the holy stones and repeat the mistakes of those come before. If you truly avouch yourself his friend, then you will honor this, his final plea.
No, Ramza should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. Only he might be my knight's gallant. Gallant? He is gone, my lord.
Before Ramza was your friend, before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for Hydaelyn, and for those who would one day, too, heed the crystal's call.
Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Yvalis, and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Wait, Ramza, don't leave me, please! I beg of you. You'll make a fine and just king, Delita. See you do not stray from that path. Ramza. Who is Oren again? Like familiar?
The guy who wrote all
no,
of this.
I know he's the one that made the papers. And
he was the son of the general.
Which general?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, the general Sidious. Orlando Bloom. That's his full name.
Yes. Yes. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Ome Sidious Bloom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know he is. Okay. The stones in these two necklaces, you are certain they will guide the heroes of a new era to Ramza. 'Tis what Ramza wished, my lord.
What?
God damn it. Okay.
What?
Yeah. Soulmate Bloom.
Look, you made the joke yourself. I'm glad you're happy with it.
Oh, mate. Aran, do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? Tis but a matter of time before the Cardinal and his Temple Knights grow wise to my past. I would not have my presence here look at you as well. Ramza beseeched me strike his name from history, but like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought of future generations blind to the truth. As such, I penned this chronicle of the hero's journey. I fear the world, however, is not yet ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor will the church ever allow its circulation. In fact, I believe they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away in their library.
Which implies there were already copies of it. And what better way for the words to remain forever preserved than in one of the most highly guarded vaults in all the realm? Then, one day, when the church has fallen out of favor, the chronicle will be discovered and truth shall prevail.
How convenient. I must admit, your plan is intriguing, Hodan. But once the church learns it was you who penned the chronicle, your life... What if they just burned the books? Is she with his child? Okay.
Apparently!
They're not related, are they? General Sidious is not related to House Civilis, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No. They're from different parts.
Okay. Did we know that the papers were from the ancestors of these people? We did, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yelika. It was the echo, wasn't it? So you see, there was this very long scene.
The removal of Ramza's name from the history books, the derived papers, the pendants, it was all set in motion by Oran himself.
And if the Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it also appears we now know what the High Seraph meant by blood of my invoker. She was not speaking of ancestors in the sense of actual kin, but the line of those chosen by Haydn, who serve her as a warrior of light. But then why abduct Ramza, or even Alma? Unless there is something you haven't been telling us. She was using us to lure Mielika. It is her vessel the High Seraph desires.
Every time.
Patron's tears, Alma, how long have you been awake?
Every time we see the surprised face of the crocodile, it's
Uh-huh.
He's like,
She's
ah.
like, "Ah?"
Crazy.
I've been a fool. I told our leader that it did not matter if our request for aid was refused, for I had an alternative ploy.
General.
It is alright, Bwagi. My intention was to claim one of these aura sites in the name of the Resistance, and use its power to lay waste to the Guardian occupants. Only now do I realize how flawed my ambitions were. You mean, this whole time you were playing us for fools? Why didn't we see it earlier? Never trust a woman with ears longer than mine, I always say.
That means she doesn't trust me, Kotta.
Good. True. You've every right to be angry, and I apologize for misleading you. But believe me, I no longer have any desire. Believe me. And you should too.
I'm so bad. I'm so. I believe me.
You don't have to. I believe me.
God damn it.
Oh no. I no longer have any desire to deceive you and yours. I shall see you to the Oraban Monastery, and ask not in return, but that you let me join you in your rescue of Ramza.
La grasa. Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
Do not misunderstand me. I do not do this for any one of you. I do it for my people in both Golmore and Rabanastre. People who may die if this high serf is allowed to return to power. I believe me. Yes.
That's great, man. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay.
We all believe you. Good, good.
Alright, Hardy. You're right, dear brother. You must do something. Might you have any suggestions, Kupa? So we will do best. Dance! Dance, I say. Okay.
Nah, they're so useful as always.
Fan.
It was never my intention to deceive you. Alright, it was not until it was. But you must understand that I was only thinking of my people. I have not once held you as an enemy, only as an obstacle. Actually, I don't think much of you at all. And now that I know that to be false, I hope we can work together to save the land from the terrible evil that draws ever near.
Bag. I will not see the same fate that befell by Gamnan before young Ramza. We must do something, and quick. Yes, they exit the shuttle.
Okay, not talking to anyone else,
Nope.
I see.
Oh. Nope. Shaka. Would you like to join us? We made it. We made it through the dialogue. I'll be glad for it. The Orbon Monastery. Beckoned by the Orsite, you arrive at the Orbon Monastery, the vestige of an ancient civilization lost beneath the twisted roots and vines of a forbidden jungle. The Riot Papers claim this holy sanctuary to be where the tale of young Ramza began. Tonight it is where your tale ends. Okay. Salk, are you ready for... Oh my god. Jesus, what's happening?
You should go on get on the other pillar.
Okay.
I'm very pleased that I actually measured it correctly and the foot is on the pillar.
Okay. Okay, fuck. What do I... Okay.
Sure, close enough.
That's all I got. Okay. Let's queue up.
Ah, no, I clicked. How could I?
Congratulations, you made it. Yes. You made it. It's all the dialogue.
What do you think?
Well.
About the story? Is that story actually? Is that story part of the of tactics, or is that made for this quest?
I don't imagine it's made for the quest. Don't imagine. I'm not. I could not say for certain though. I kind of wish that Alma had stayed possessed instead, just because Alma hasn't been as involved in the story. It doesn't help that she was hospitalized. They treated her the same way they treated everyone else in Stormblood. They hospitalized her, and she was just sitting there. It would have been more interesting, I feel like, if she was the final boss. If she was like the possessed demon.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were getting at.
Yeah. I think that would have been more interesting than using Ramza.
I agree. I agree. They should have just used her, and that would be a bigger like event, because Ramza would have to face her.
Yeah.
The same Ramza who, up to this point, was like not respecting her. So maybe we would like get some explanation on that as well.
Yeah. It would have been a greater character amendment for Ramza. It would have been just better in general. It would have allowed us to make use of her character. So I do think that is a bit of a shame. There's a missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
They threw in this weird stuff at the end where it's like apparently the father wants to bring back his wife.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
I think they mentioned that, but it did not seem like that was his goal this entire time.
Yeah. It's a bit odd. We'll see how they wrap that up. Yeah. We'll see. I do hope that as you said, like it's gonna be a big shame if none of this is used later. Referring to Fran, Vieira, referring to
something tells me we won't.
We'll see. Like because as you mentioned, like they teased everything, they didn't show you anything, which is fine. In my mind, this is kind of like a really nice like a pilot episode, right? Like where it's like you're teasing, you're testing all these ideas, and if it gets good reception, then maybe that can be the next expansion, and we can follow through on this, and you can see the resistance, and you can find out who the princess is, and you can see the homeland of the Vieira, and you know, you can explore all this like entire world that you're trying to set up a little bit more. It's gonna feel very. It's just gonna be a shame if we find out that the next expansion ignores all of this and we just never follow up on this at all. Yeah, it feels weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't.
Yeah, but like, if that's the case, then they shouldn't have done this. Like,
yeah.
I think that's the good thing about the Sky Pirate things. The Sky Pirate thing was just very self-contained. It's very self-contained.
I think that's the thing. Like both Circus Tower and Sky Pirates were self-contained. That's exactly what the problem with this quest is. That it feels too involved for it to be like just a side thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But okay? Here's a question. Maybe that will just never be explained. Be like, oh, it's just like, you know, in their genes or something. Why do Ramza and Alma look exactly the same as previous Ramza and Alma?
They got different color hair.
It just doesn't count. That's weak. Because are they gonna say that like they're like the reincarnation of them or something?
No.
Or is it just them being lazy?
I think it's just them being lazy. I think it would have been. I think it's more interesting if they were called something else, and then you find out in flashbacks that they look the same. I think that's more eerie. I think that's more interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of just calling them the same and then they look the same, then it's like.
Yeah, it's just weird that they would both be called the same, and because if it was just the names, then you can say, oh, like, you know, the father has an obsession, so of course he would name them that. But then they look the same as well. It's weird. So I'm very proud of my camera angle. Where Soko's head is exactly under the roof of the decoration. Is there anything else that we have to do while we QA? Has the reset already been on?
Yeah, the reset happened earlier today.
Okay.
That's why you could do the donation box thing.
No, that's separate.
Isn't it all
The
at
dungeon
same time?
reset is later. No, it's not the same time.
Oh no, yeah, that's later. Yeah, obviously. But you're just referring to the general weekly reset.
No. I meant about the dungeons.
Yeah. You reminded me it's time to get a new journal.
Mine probably timed out because I don't play. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was Matt Mercer.
Okay.
Do you see him?
Yes, I see him. No, Kata has a bit more style.
Yeah.
You're insulting Kata here.
He's got a very fancy hat. It's a very fancy hat.
True, but Kata would give him a frilly skirt as well.
Uh-huh.
This is not Kata enough.
Fair enough.
Okay, got a new journal.
Fuck, has a sugar glider.
Guess who could do it? I don't get. That's gross. Hit. No. Okay. No, I can do it. Why can I not do it? Jump on the pillar. Can I? Not good enough. That was pathetic. Nope. I can't. This is too hard. Yeah, that's not happening. I made it! I made it! I made it! I made it! Oh, I see we have another person trying. Oh, you were close. You were close. Oh, you slid off. But that was the point. That was the point.
Okay. Why is there no Vista here?
Uh-huh.
There should be Vista.
It deserves something for this. So it makes so much sense that the Mikote would be sitting here. So, what now?
Now we'd never leave this rock.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Well then, if we're not leaving, I guess, where's my thinking? What? What do you mean? Okay. There we go. It's like, I guess we have to eat something. Would you like some picnic food?
Ah, yes. I guess we'll wait a little bit more. If we don't get a QE, then I guess we'll do this next time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe better luck over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when we did the other one, whether it was the weekend or not.
That was not a weekend.
It's Friday?
That was, I think it might have been a Friday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also it was like right after the reset, I think. So I think we're a bit late.
No, it wasn't right after the reset. It was like
Okay.
40 minutes later.
Okay.
I guess for now, that ends the stream. We did a lot of progress. There was a lot of quests, a lot of dialogue, a lot of dialogue. But you know what? We're working our way through the quest line. And again, this is the final alliance raid. This is it. This is the final alliance raid, and then after that, we can just focus on the MSQ. Just focus on the MSQ. And
go back to MSQ and finish the What are we eventually
up to
we're gonna
in the MSQ?
finish.
What's happening? I don't even know.
I'm trying to remember, and genuinely I don't know. No, the Asahi stuff. Remember?
Who?
Zuko.
Ah, yes. Oh yeah, they went to do something. We don't know what they went to do.
Yeah, but the Yotsu was released.
No, that's what I'm saying. They went to do, as in
Yeah.
Zuko and his sister went to do something. We don't know what they went to do.
Yeah.
Remember he was like, I have plans for you, and then cut fades to black. So we don't know what.
Yeah. That's where we were at. When she escaped like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Just no one locks doors in Eurasia.
No. Not even sheeps apparently.
Yeah, no, it was just doors open.
It's like no, hold on. It's one thing about the door being open, but you need a shuttle to get on that ship.
Uh-huh.
Are you telling me that nobody noticed the shuttle?
No, it's fine. But yeah, with that, again, we have progressed the story. We've unlocked the final alliance raid, and when that finishes, then we can finally focus on purely the MSQ. We won't have any reason not to do it, unless, of course, we unlock other things as we progress the MSQ. And, of course, there's still Hildebrand, which we will get around to.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
eventually.
Manderville is still on the list.
Yeah, we'll get around to it at the end. And the end is in sight. It's in sight. Shadowbringers 2026. Happening.
Yeah, I think we've done most stuff. I mean, the thing is, it's also faster because we didn't do all the side quests. Like we
didn't do that in Heaven's Ward either. We didn't do side quests in Heaven's Ward.
I guess so. I think we did some, just not as many.
Nah. But yeah, so I guess with that, we're wrapping up. Gonna be wrapping up here for the day. When it comes to more Final Fantasy, we should be back in a couple of days. I think on Friday. I think that's our next Final Fantasy stream.
I think so.
Yeah, Friday. If you want, we might play tomorrow. We'll see. I still don't have the audio replays, by the way, so.
Oh, lovely.
So that's going to be an open evening, but it might be better to focus on work and to not stream Final Fantasy to catch up on stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. But otherwise, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We'll continue Final Fantasy on Friday. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. If you want to tune into more of us, we do upload, or we do have at least, we save our Final Fantasy streams over on our YouTube channel. It's slow going when it comes to the progress of our streams and the progress of the story. But it's there. You can tune in and you can follow our journey as we make our way through Final Fantasy XIV.
Indeed. And if you want to tune into what we're doing off stream, then make sure to join our Discord, where we have our personal Discord where we have mostly used it for Final Fantasy. So if you're interested in that, it's also available.
There you go. Our next stream is going to be tomorrow, most likely, with Pegasus Cup. Most likely. I've been very fatigued as of late, so I'm a little bit on the fence about Pegasus Cup, but otherwise, it should be tomorrow. We'll be able to cast that live. Otherwise, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.